There we go. And we have audio.
Hell yeah.
This time.
Always a good thing. You all set, Nathan?
Yep.
Cool. So, where we last left off, you guys had been deployed in the hunting grounds for 2 days, assisting the local key Raleigh with protecting at that time, unknown holy site of theirs from the Silver Order. And in the process of assisting them, you were sent out on a scouting mission and ran into the tracks that led you to one of the lost hunters and their pursuers, who you recognized as archons, more commonly referred to as angels, divine beings descended from the heavens by, not 100% sure, but one of the gods aligned with the Silver Order, considering who they were working with. And in rescuing the hunter, you were supplied information about the size of their forces and the direction in which they were traveling, which you passed along to everybody's favorite chieftain, Yegor Frosthide. Upon your return, you were told to continue assisting the camp and sit on standby in preparation for contact with these approaching forces. Y'all didn't want to sit around twiddling your thumbs, so you got up to some shenaniganry and managed to get a meeting set up between you all and one Elder Constantine, where he and the other elders escorted you to the archway, or the door rather, in the back of the inner camp. And upon approaching it, Wolf and Zara heard a voice call out to them, and the door parted to open. And as you were all looking around at the murals that depicted Kirol, Einar, Theoden, and a few of their other compatriots who you did not recognize, you approached a figure sitting on the throne in the back of the room, long since reduced to just their skeleton. And as you approached, you felt a wave of energy wash over you, and your consciousness was pulled into the place we are now looking at here. So as you were taking in your surroundings, a funny little man descended from the staircase on the far side, welcoming his late visitors to what little remained of the temple he had prepared for his guests, and essentially challenged you all to a funny little fight to see if you're worthy of the power that he's been holding on to pass on to one of his worthy descendants. And we'll see if somebody within the group fits that bill. So, we're going to start this off proper, and I'm going to need everybody to roll me initiative.
Just to clarify for the record, Tomas was the one who got up to shenanigans, but...
Yes, I did do that.
You're all complicit.
I mean, well, yeah, but...
Tomas would never commit crimes. Alright.
Crimes come after the mission.
What is your dex modifier, Tomas?
6.
Alright, so you just barely edge out Einar in going first in the turn order.
Yeah, fuck Einar.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how that,
I lied. It's not 6 yet, it's 5. It's 6.
You still just barely edge him out.
Okay.
So as he is getting ready, you just barely snap up your weapon in time, and you are first in the turn order, Tomas.
Okay. I'm going to start. I'm gonna start with hunters marking him. I'm gonna do shared prey and put it on wolf. My first action. And my second action, I'm going to enlarge companion on Maya.
Alright, can you drop that in chat for me? That's 4th level enlarge, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
She big.
She big.
Matt, how big is this gap right here? That
All the measurements are accurate.
okay. Maya's... Can Maya try to jump it?
Yep, I would just need an athletics check with the DC equal to the distance.
Her modifier is more than the distance.
Alright, so where are you starting the jump from?
She would run to like... Can I not move her?
It's the pause.
Up. There you go.
Oh. It still won't let me move her. Oh, no, I have the wrong thing selected now. There we go. She would start there, then hop over.
Alright, yep, move her to the destination.
There you go.
Oh.
And that's my turn.
Einar just looks over as Maya gets very large and fluffy and hops the gap, and he just looks out towards her with arms extended, and then glances over past her towards you and says, "Ah, how befitting for one of the new champions of Kiral. We're gonna have lots of fun."
Tomas will just grin at Einar and be like, he did choose her himself.
Then I very much look forward to this. And he is going to spend one action moving forward. He just rolls his arms as he moves forward, and that's the only action he's going to take this turn.
Out of curiosity, this hole in the center, is that solid or is that go through?
Roll me a perception check. With that, it's hard to make out from a distance. But with that high of a check, you can see that there's some faint translucent light running across that circle there. You're not sure if that is just some sort of magical effect or if it's a barrier of sorts protecting that part of the floor.
Okay.
But it does not look like it's just a straight hole that drops through to the bottom. There's a light shimmer there that you don't 100% know what it does.
Okay.
Alright. Mika, you're up.
Oh dear. Alright. Here. Why so far away? Alright. Alright, Mika is gonna turn on, I can do this. My controlled actor does not have an item. I was gonna turn on the Ember of the First Forge on myself. But it's telling me I can't do it.
Strange.
Let's see if I can try a different section here. Hang on. Here we go. Try that. Lets me link it.
Are you able to click the check mark on yourself?
I do not. Hang on a second. Look on.
It should be under your actions list, the checkbox list at the top.
That I can do. Yeah.
There you go.
Doesn't look like it changed anything on the map, but yes.
It adds to your damage.
Okay. And then yeah, then set our hammer on fire, move forward a bit, and that's all I got.
All right. With that, Wolf, you're up.
Yeah. Where do I look at my effects tab? Could have sworn there's somewhere to do that.
Effects. There's the little star on your character sheet. If you look at that, it's the third to last tab. The thing you have on you right now is broken. I just use that to track who has Tomas's hunted stuff because there's no quick option for it.
I'm going it.
What?
Oh god. Wolf is gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 actions, and then he is. What am I doing? Stance activate. Since I keep forgetting to put it on.
All right. You're going into your Dreadwolf stance.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me an intimidation check. Mr. Leo, I am sorry that does not put you into the stance.
What?
You're trying to get yourself hyped up yet, but this place feels too calm and atmospheric. It's ruining your vibe at the moment.
They're off my groove.
Beware the groove.
And Einar just looks over at you and says, "Feeling a little stuck, friend? Don't worry. I'll help you get into the mood." As he just starts cracking his knuckles in your direction.
Alright.
But Einar would never be horrifically gay. None of my gods are gay.
Aren't all of them gay?
What? No.
At least a little.
Just most of them. Hey,
Flamboyantly petty
Cornelius
doesn't
and Amove are at least bi, okay?
Cyber has straight cis white man vibes.
Alright. So, it's gonna be Zara's turn. Where we go? Where are the funny little entities? Alright, so she's gonna start by going into a rage. And what does that up her speed to? 35. Oops. Alright. And she is going to 35. She's going to move a little bit past you and keep a little distance from you so you guys have room to maneuver as Einar starts getting closer. Alright. Back at the top of the turn order with you, Tomas.
Okay. I'm going to do a thing that I always remember to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to activate the oath on my bow.
Oh, fancy.
I'm going to swear to kill this god.
Power to you, buddy.
Thanks! So I get 1d6 additional damage against him.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yep, I've checked off both for you.
Oh, right. I forgot that was an option. Matt, I'm really good about remembering to use this. Tomas is going to use his second action to take a little shimmy to right here. Because those pesky pillars, and then take 2 shots on Einar.
Alright, roll me hits. Two misses.
Okay. And then... Maya's gonna slink her way up over here.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. So, our funny friend, he's just gonna look over towards Maya with a grin and say, "Don't worry. I'll get to you in a second." And he just turns to you, Wolf, and just having finished up his early stretches, just points at you like Babe Ruth pointing to the outfield.
Oh god.
Damn it.
And in a single leap, like just a single push off of his foot, jumps the gap with his arms outstretched towards you.
Offended Maya noises.
Does a 46 hit?
Yes.
Alright. So he is going to deal 31 damage as his hand reaches out towards you, and just as a free action, he wraps his hand around your shoulder as he grapples you. As I said, let me help you out with that. And just with one arm, I need you to make me a fortitude saving throw.
What is happening to me right now?
Don't worry about it. Roll me the fucking fort save. Good. Alright. You just feel light for a second as just barely you're able to resist the forces. This mountain of a man just tries to rip you off the ground, one arm. It just laughs as you barely manage to slip out of his grasp enough before he just wraps his hand around your wrist. It's like, oh, we're gonna have lots of fun, you and I. So, we're gonna end with you grappled then.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, Mika, you're up.
Oh, this is gonna go good. Alright. Alright, he made it easier.
Where the boys at, alright? That's all I'm saying.
The boys have short legs. Oh.
The only boy is ranged.
True. Do you want to get technical?
Hey, Wolf's a lad.
It's true.
Good.
Alright, I can't. How do I turn on the rage?
See the section that says it grants effect rage?
I do not actually.
In the little text box on the chat screen.
At the top of
Yeah,
it.
I see that. Grants effect rage.
Drag the effect's rage
Got
onto
it.
yourself. There you go.
Alright. And then tap my way down and around and sudden charge.
Yep.
Try and take a swing.
Alright. So, as you are running by him, he is going to attack of opportunity with his other arm.
Alright then.
Uh,
That's gonna make me sad, isn't it?
You're lucky. He goes to swing wide at you, just like shifting his weight around to just almost like swing his like back arm over towards you with like a chop aimed towards your neck. But Wolf shifts awkwardly as he's doing so and just cleaves just wide above your head and just chips a brick out of the stairs behind you with his arm. All right, you're safe. He missed.
Okay. I'm gonna try this here.
All right, 49 hits.
Hey.
Alrighty. As you swing around, he just laughs as you dig the hammer into his side.
And that's,
He's having a good time.
He's having a good time, and that's all I got.
All right. Wolf, you are up. You are currently grappled. If you want to make an attack or do anything with a manipulate action while grappled, I need you to roll a flat d20. If you roll under a 5, you lose the action. If you want to escape the grapple, I need an athletics or acrobatics check. Be aware that will increase your map. So the choice is yours.
Him.
What?
Oh, I can attack him? I'm grappled,
You can attack him. I just need a flat d20 roll. If you roll a 1 through a 4, you lose the attack. If you roll a 5 or up, the attack goes through.
What the fuck?
You need to declare what type of action it is before you make the roll.
You know what? I'm gonna catch him off guard and hit him while I'm grappled.
Alright, go for it. Roll me the flat d20.
Roll D. I'm arrow pointing that.
Alright. Just makes it.
Are you?
So, you go to swing on him, and he laughs as he just pushes you down, and your knees nearly buckle completely under the weight, but you just barely manage to contain yourself enough and rear the weapon back. Roll me. That's a hit.
I hit damage and it'll roll damage.
Yes.
Oh,
Alright.
that's cool.
Yes. Alright. I believe you have 2 actions left.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Alright.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Alright. I need an athletics check with a -3, I believe. So roll an athletics check and I'll remove the modifier. Is against his fortitude DC. Unfortunately, with map, you managed to get the grapple. You managed to like wrap your arms around his for a second and almost pull him forward, but it looks like he is just barely strong enough to pull himself away from your attack. So you are unable to grapple him.
Alright. Wait, am I still grappled?
Yes.
Can I activate my stance while grappled?
Yeah.
I'll try that.
Actually.
Yeah. What's up?
I want Nathan to re-roll his athletics.
Alright. Roll me your athletics one more time for me, Nathan.
I think it'd be funny if it worked.
Unfortunately, it does not work.
I have so much shit to my athletics. Holy fuck. I need intimidation, right?
Yes. I think that does it. He's trying to wrestle a god. Alright. There you go, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Alright, now any crits against Einar within 10 feet of Wolf grant the Frightened 1 condition. Alrighty. Next up then is going to be Zara. Let's do one of these. Alright. Zara is going to pop over here with a step, and then make a Wolf's Jaw strike. Oh, Zara. Well, there's always next turn. What can you do with one more moment? So, as she goes to lunge towards him, he just he like twists his hand to grab Wolf by the face for a moment and just swings him towards Zara, like using him as a human shield to batter her away for a moment before Wolf manages to wrestle himself back to the ground. And then Zara just snarls at him and he laughs it off. He's fine. He's chilling. So back at the top of the turn order then with Tomas.
Okay. I'm gonna start with Maya booping her way over here.
Yep.
And then...
She was striding over there?
Yeah.
1 second. That is unfortunate.
Oh no.
As Maya heads over towards him, he just whips back around and just pivoting his body, just tries to sweep out the legs from underneath Maya as she's coming towards him, and that is 66 damage with the strike.
Ow!
Yeah, no, he's rough.
Colossus is gonna kind of snarl at that and lift his bow. He's gonna take his first 2 shots.
Alright, roll me hits.
The first one's disadvantage.
Alright. Alright.
Cool!
Miss and then a hit. Alright. Alright. So the first one he manages to slap away, but in that moment, with having the other arm free, the other shot firing in its shadow digs into his shoulder. Alright. I believe you have 1 or 2 more actions.
I have 2 more actions still.
Cool.
So my third hit.
That's a hit. Flurry.
Yeah. And then my last action.
Mhm.
Tomas is going to take out his implosion arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to use his threadbound shot with an arrow of death. No, shit, I can't do that. That's 3 actions. Never mind. I'm just going to do a final regular hit.
That is a crit failure.
Ow.
So as you fire the shot towards him, Wolf, you see his eyes like narrow for a second in almost this like feral glance as he looks towards the arrow. Tomas, you see him flick the arrow out of the air for a moment and just spins upwards for a moment, and then he levels his hand outwards, and as it's falling down, flicks the back of it and fires the arrow back towards you.
Ow! Bastard!
Is a 54 crit?
Yes! That's just a crit match.
Ow!
As your own arrow digs into you for 66 damage.
Christ.
Okay. Listen, man, when I have 3 actions again, that's my turn.
He just, like, gestures with the free hand, arms wide towards his arrow. Fair's fair, Hunter.
Colossus is grinning at him as he pulls the arrow out. He's like, oh, we're gonna go.
Now you. As he gestures with his free hand towards Wolf. Let's see. What options do we got here? Okay, so we can't do that much funny man business. Okay. Let's go with this then. I like that. Let's go with that. What is your DC for this? Noted. And what's your bonus? Lamau. Okay. It's getting a little cramped in here. Let's try something new. And he reaches out with his other hand towards your chest, Wolf. And you see him just start spinning, and you all feel the air current as, like, this small tornado begins to form around him. And he just lashes out with Wolf at all 3 of the other people around him as he does a whirlwind toss.
Why am I getting JoJo vibes off of this?
Because Matt's living his best JoJo life.
That's a critical success.
Fuck.
Okay, buddy. Where's 20 feet? Yeah, there we go. So he eventually whips Wolf over there, and everybody within the AoE. I need everybody but Wolf to make me a reflex save. So Mika, Maya, and Zara.
Reflex.
Reflex.
That's not gonna do it.
That is not gonna do it.
What was Zara's?
Zara seems mostly fine.
Mika can reroll.
Alright, roll me another reflex save, Mika. That's fine.
Hey.
Mika, as you're shifting back, you see you're just gonna avoid. You're just gonna be slightly too slow to avoid Wolf's fully outstretched legs just clipping you in your side before you feel something tug at your back and move you just far enough out of range. Maya still takes the brunt of it, and I'm checking.
See, if that's what a critical success
Well, Maya
gets me,
takes
then-
half. Yeah, you get a crit success because of evasion.
Yeah.
I'm checking. Oh, barbarians get good will saves. Good for them. Wasn't the one I expected, but good for them.
An interesting choice, truly.
They're too angry to give a shit about thinking.
Wait.
Alright. That being the case, Wolf, you're taking the brunt of this as the target. Maya takes half. Zara takes half. That's not how... Oh, right. Fucking temp HP. It's like, why did Zara only take 6 damage?
Wait, how did Maya take 33 as half? Not 30.
That's weird. Let me add that back. Alright. And that is his turn. Mika, you're up.
Okay. I just here do what I was gonna do, which is strike, strike, and certain strike.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna get real creative here.
Yep. You can certain strike both times, by the way.
Oh,
After
okay.
the first.
Oh, okay, okay. So might as well, I guess. Yeah. So strike one. That's not a thing.
Nope.
Alright. Alright. Strike two. Still with there's the map. That's even with the map. Okay.
Just hits.
Hey.
Alrighty.
And strike three.
Full miss, so you don't get the certain strike benefit.
It says.
Crit failures don't apply the failure effect.
Oh, okay. Doesn't say that in the
Yep.
description, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alrighty.
That'd be me.
Hey, damage is good when you're fighting this fucker.
He doesn't seem to give two
Alright.
shits.
Alright, so Wolf is no longer grabbed, but he is prone.
Uh-oh.
So, Wolf, it is your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna stand up
Alright.
and I'm gonna sudden charge. No. Oh, I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna move right here.
Mm-hmm. Alright. As you come in, he's gonna try to clothesline the fucking shit out of you.
I had a fucking feeling.
Just a normal hit, so he doesn't interrupt you at least. He just chops you in the throat and you choke as you finish the movement. Alright. Roll me that hit. That's a hit.
Is that the same damage? I think that's the same exact damage.
Hey, we take that here. Alright. As you start to see more and more blood trickling from the man, he just starts to get a little bit more hysterical in his laughter. He's like, good, good. Glad to see that you have some fight in you even after all these years. My brother hasn't turned everybody into cowards like I expected. Let's give this a proper fight then, shall we? As you feel the aura kicking off him get a little more intense. Alright. Alrighty. Next up. Is that the end of your turn, Wolf?
Oh, yeah, sir.
Alright. On their turn, Zara is going to, while they're distracted with Wolf, move a little bit over and slap Maya with a battle medicine.
We love her, Mom.
Yep. Alright, that's a success. So, I want to say that's 2d8. Treat wounds, there it is. She passed that check, perfect. as she just slaps 62 HP back into Maya. And then she's going to go for a bite on this man's spine. Just hits with flanking.
Glad to be a service. Actually, no, that's not her. That's Wolf.
And we deal the bop. Unfortunately, she does not have enough actions to grapple the man. But we'll do what we can. Tomas, you're up.
Okay, now I'm gonna take out the implosion arrow. And I'm going to start brown shot it with an arrow of death at this man.
Alright. Let me look up your 10 effects.
I think I would still roll to see if it crits, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's with disadvantage.
No.
Okay. So, I think it's a regular damage with the 10d10 and the 75 from the implosion.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'll just...
Spicy!
Tomas said, "Fuck this man." And as he is imploding, Maya is going to reach up and put her paws on his shoulder and try to cat grapple him.
Go for it, buddy. Roll me that athletics.
Go, kitty, go.
No.
Aww.
She's gonna at least lick his ear in the meantime.
It just ruffles the side of her face. This man is overjoyed. This is the best time he's had in a while.
He gets a little back. That is my turn.
Oh, Hunter, you have some fight in you.
Oh,
How
she's
fitting
amazing.
for his champion. Let's see how much. Oh, good. That only takes one movement.
Oh,
Fuck.
Oh no!
As you guys just see him leap over and just come down with his hand on top of you, Tomas.
Tomas is gonna look at him and be like, "What up?"
You.
Yeah.
That's a crit.
fuck.
That's a natural 20.
Can I have him re-roll that?
Sure.
Thanks.
It's only a crit because it's 10 over now.
You know, I tried.
God.
Alright. With his second action, he is going to constrict you. Roll me a basic fortitude damage as he picks you up and grabs your head. Just squeezing. Okay. That is going to be 23 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And one more fortitude saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
That's a no.
Can I hero point that? I feel like I should hero point that.
You're welcome to. So it's not a crit failure,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
How much is this gonna do? As he picks you up, tosses you into the air for a second, grabs both of your sides, and just power bombs you into the earth. Like, the back of your neck and the top of your shoulders first.
He's just thinking to himself, "Don't talk to characters about this."
As you take 47 more damage and are prone.
Okay.
Still alive, Hunter.
Tomas just reaches up and gives him a thumbs up.
Good, good.
I got more for you next turn.
He just gives you a wanting smile before turning back to the others, arms extended as he waits for them to run up. Distance is as much your opponent's foe as it is yours, friends. Let's see if you can conquer it in time. Mika, you're up.
Oh, sure, make fun of the short legs. Alright, I'm gonna fucking sudden charge this shit.
Hit him with it.
Okay, tunk.
Hits.
Hey!
All right.
And then... Let's see here. I forgot about follow-up assault, that would have been useful. Let's see here.
So, you go and swing down on him, and he buckles for a bit as he catches it, but he seems to catch himself and stand back up through gritted teeth and just look down at you with this giant beaming smile.
Mika's gonna grin back and certain strike back.
Go for it. That's a normal failure, so you do certain strike him, and he nearly topples again, but keeps himself going as I increase the stacks on this man.
And that's it.
All right, Wolf, you're up.
UBDB. How high is this?
It's at the same. It's maybe like 5 feet up.
Can I sudden charge jump that?
I would need an athletics check.
Let's find out.
Yep.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
Wolf, you get to hear, and just without any effort, jump and land wherever you want to go next to him.
You're not the only one with that trick.
All right. Oh, I forgot to do the funny little thing as Mika was running. 1 second. Mika, could you roll me 2 d20s?
Sure. Oop, there you go. Roll 2d20. Oh, together or separately? Sorry.
Separately.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
I got it. 16 and a 1.
Oh, okay.
That unfortunately does not reduce it. As you ran up that first strike, he did hit a counter hit into you, but it wasn't enough to stop you.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Alright, Wolf, what will you want to do with your remaining actions?
But that only cost 1?
Oh, yeah, no, that was just a movement with a fucking, actually a long jump I think is 2 actions, sorry. You have 1 action left.
I thought he was power attacking or sudden charging across.
If he was sudden charging across, then yeah, you're able to make a strike, and then you would have 1 action left.
Oh.
That's what I thought Nathan said.
That's a hit. Alright, as you pop the man with it, and he refuses to go down.
Little flourish into a second hit. Yikes.
That is a miss, unfortunately. Alrighty. Next up, then. How much movement you got, Zara? 35. So, she's gonna sprint over to here. Take the damage. Pop. And she's gonna try another heal on Tomas. Okay. That is 2d8 plus 30. As she reaches out, you see some of the wounds disappear off you and appear on her. So, you are Bop. She is Bop.
Tomas is squeezing out a thanks, Sarah, while he still looks absolutely feral and ready to murder a man.
Yep. And that is her turn. You're up, Tomas.
Okay. I'll start with my doing a running jump across. And I said that's in athletics.
Yep. Alright. Yep, that would be 2 moves to get her there and then drop the pit.
Maya's got 45.
It's still a long jump.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll give her one of my actions to do that.
Okay.
I think I can do that, because I know I can give her one of my actions.
Yeah, you can give her one of your actions, so.
Okay. I'm gonna put her right there. She squeezes in between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Just kitty scampers up to the side of it.
Yeah. And then it's an action to get up from prone?
Yep.
I haven't decided yet fully.
Okay.
What's the downside to... It can provoke an attack of opportunity if I shoot a ranged weapon at him in melee.
Correct.
Is it possible to roll out of the way but stay prone?
Only if you have a certain feat.
Okay, yeah, I have to get up then.
Alright. I'm gonna use the roll I made then.
Yeah.
Only a normal hit.
Okay, good.
As you get up, he just cracks you in the ribs with his elbow.
And then I'm going to take a step back. And end my turn.
Yep. Alrighty. Scanning around real quick. He's gonna turn towards you, Mika.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, my friend, my pal, my guy. What do you got? 44 to hit.
That does hit. I'm at 40,
Alright.
41 right now.
Alright. That's going to pop out 35 damage.
Mm.
And then I am... Who do I want to go for? Yeah, we'll give Mika a fair shot at this at will. Roll me 2 fortitude saving throws back to back.
Okay. I should have countered or a fucking... Yeah, never mind. Shield blocked, but fortitude you said?
Yep. Alright.
And second.
Alright.
No!
Huh? Is that yelling at a cat or yelling at me?
Sorry, I forgot. I thought I muted. I didn't hit the button fast enough.
It's all good.
I'm yelling at a cat.
Alright. So, as he grabs you, Mika, and just crushes you in from both sides real quick, that's 44 bludgeoning damage from the constrict, and then he is going to body slam you.
Okay, those weren't crits, were they?
The first one was a crit. Roll me 2 d20s back to back.
Okay, I said my stone bone says a DC 17 flat check.
Yep, and you also have the same rune on your armor, so you roll twice.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
And we take the higher one, essentially.
Check 1, check 2. God damn it.
No luck. Alright. So I will keep the 44 then. Alright. And the body slam from the second failed fort save is Bop, and Mika goes prone.
This doesn't count as a shove or a trip, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
It's a special action.
Okay. Oh, also applies to saves against spells or effects that attempt to knock you prone.
How much of a bonus?
+2 circumstance bonus.
That does not push you over, unfortunately.
Alright.
Alrighty. And with that, Mika, it is your turn.
Alrighty.
He's being a spicy boy.
He is. So I'm prone right now, yeah?
Correct.
Alright. Spit out a little bit of blood and real quick battle medicine myself.
Alrighty.
Let's see here. Yeah, medicine check at 30.
Alright, that works.
What's the heal on that?
Baseline is 2d8 plus 30, and I think you get a little extra from being a medic.
Yeah, I think I got this written down somewhere. I know I've got this written down. 48 plus 30 master roll? So if I rolled at the master level?
Yep, and it's an additional plus 10 for medic dedication, so 2d8 plus 40.
Okay. Alright, roll 8 plus 40.
Yep.
Let's see if I typed that right. Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. That's one action, yes. Yeah, one action for that. And if I attack while still prone, I have a disadvantage for that, like a modifier.
Let me double check. You take a -2 to your attack rolls.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, Mika's gonna go for some toes. Staying prone.
Hell yeah, roll me a hit. Hits because of flanking.
Alright. That's one toe.
Alright.
And second or final action, I'll go ahead and Surge Strike.
Alright.
Go for another toe.
Miss, but he is hit with another stack, and he is starting to not look really good.
And that's it. Laying there like a turtle. But still grinning about the toes.
Wolf, you're up. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna do overwhelming blow.
Which one was that? There we go. Alrighty.
No.
Tomas, you still got your stack? You still got your reroll thingy, or is that on cooldown?
I have disadvantage still because I didn't roll last turn.
Unfortunate. Let me see. What do we got? Modifiers. What's your AC looking like, sir? I think with flanking, that might just hit. Indeed, it does. Roll me some big ass damage, Wolf. Make sure you have overwhelming blow stacked for me on your sheet before you. Yep, there you go. Cool. Roll me that damage. It's a crit.
Oh. Holy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, first crit, yeah?
First crit, because he
Hey.
forced it. So as you swing on him, his eyes dart towards you, and he extends his hand out to catch it as the sword just digs into the middle of his hand between his ring and middle finger, and you see it cleave about maybe half an inch into his flesh before he finally grips it to a stop. And you can see him breathing heavily as the blood just pours down the underside of his arm. And he just looks you in the eyes for a long moment before laughing and just releasing your weapons back and raising his hands into the air, seemingly satisfied with the fight. Good, good. And just glances around between all of you with that feral grin still on his face. It's good to see our descendants chose well. Just cackles a bit to himself. Oh, what a shame you all weren't around back then. Could have had a hell of a fight. But I think that's enough self-indulgence. And with a snap of a finger, the wounds on his hand begins to mend, and you see this throne of just furs and bone pop up over here as he slumps over there and just drops into it, just leg over one of the arms as he's lounging against the other as he looks over towards all of you, just seemingly just in thought for a moment as his eyes stop on each of you. Not bad at all. Let me update the funny little music. So, just one arm resting sprawled across his knee and the other on the armrest at his side, just palms spread out towards you. I'd say you passed with flying colors. It's a shame you didn't arrive a couple centuries sooner, so we could have had it with a bit more flair, but beggars can't be choosers. And sorry, go ahead.
I was like, oh, well, you know, end of existence and all that.
He just kind of arches an eyebrow at you at the mention of that. Gone that bad to shit out there, huh?
Also laughing across his arms, he's like, it's fucked.
Just
Like,
shakes his
royally
head.
fucked.
Oh, I knew my little brother would let things fall to the wayside. Shame. But only so much you can do when you're dead. Speaking of that, and he just kind of makes a flick of his wrist, and you see this warm, radiant light burning within his chest kind of slowly begin to seep out in wisps and just spiral into this. It almost seems like an ethereal ball of flame burning within his hands. I don't think I have too much use for this anymore. And you all seem competent enough that you won't throw it away. And make sure it falls into somebody who won't understand its worth. He just kind of glances across all of you. Chosen of Phelan. The most pompous man I ever met. But who knows, with a couple more centuries, you might be half as good as him with a bow.
Sky scrunches his nose and shakes his like accurate assessment. All around.
Daughter of Kiro. And one who carries within them the last fragment of my blood. And you see Zara just kind of looking back cautiously as if she's analyzing him in return, and he just gives a big toothy smile. If they chose you, you seem like the trustworthy enough sort. His eyes fall on you, Mika. The chosen of not one but two. The old smith and someone new. You must have quite the skill set.
Something like that.
And his eyes just kind of fall on you for a second, Wolf. And the one who carries within them my brother's kin. Is he half as boring as his father?
Brother's kin.
And his eyes just glowing this radiant golden light. I see fragments of Rouse tied within your soul. Vestiges of my brother. Not his own, but of his kin. His children.
Oh. Caught Wolf off guard.
And he kind of makes a gesture towards you, and you feel something like pull at you for a second as that like crown of iron thorns appears around your forehead again. One of my brother's many artifacts. And not something he would pass on to just anyone. If nothing else, you're at least more fun than a fight than my brother is. And hopefully they were too. And he just swings his wrist wide again as the flames finish manifesting within his hand.
For both Mika and my sake, his brother's Rouse. We didn't ever actually fight Rouse, right?
You did not fight Rouse.
Rouse was the statue that had the sword that was stopping the demon lord, and Reinar is his kid.
That's his brother. I knew that much.
Yeah.
But the spear I thought was in the Einar's.
Demon host.
Okay,
Yeah.
the demon host. Okay.
Yep, the spear was Einar's weapon, and it was found in the demon host.
Okay, and Rouse was the statue that was holding the demon host.
The sword. Yep.
Okay. I didn't want to have Mika say something and have that backwards.
Yep.
Say. brother probably would have put up a good fight, but bit late for that.
What a shame. I don't suppose he has any more kin running around on the outside.
Not to our knowledge.
Just kind of frowns a bit at that. All that effort gone to the winds. Just kind of mulls on that for a second before just kind of giving a bit of an ambivalent shrug. I suppose it was going to happen sooner or later. Oh well. How much do you know of our fight?
I don't think we know a bunch, do we? We just, that's well part of what's been erased.
Tomas was kind of sure, because Tomas read about some of it in the books with Charles, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you would have.
Yeah. So Tomas could relay what he knows. Sam doesn't fully remember it.
So you would remember that during the initial War of the Heavens, the two main factions towards the end of the war were Einar and Rouse, for who would become the god of war, essentially. Einar led Western Brescia and the land that is now known as the Hunting Grounds against Eastern Brescia, which was centered around Faircrest.
Yeah.
With Einar being the more chaotic, like, god king of the, like, free peoples, the barbarians, the people would often refer to them as, like, bandits and outlaws and things like that because they didn't follow normal law. Whereas Rouse was leading what would eventually become modern Brescia and has a lot of the similar rule and law structures that are held to this day.
Yeah, I found my notes. Their fight ended with Rouse Highlandering Einar.
Yep, and he took just about everything worth a damn from my corpse before my allies managed to ferry me away here. But he shakes his hand towards the flame. There was something so anathema to his very existence that he didn't have time to pry it from me. My last gift, to pass on to those worthy enough to wield it. So I ask you, and there's just the hint of that grin as, like, you see just one snarled fanged tooth out of a sly smile. Which of you wishes to carry on a fight that has died for over millennia? To spit in the face of the gods that you know are wrong.
Tomas has the most feral look on his face right now.
Mika's not far behind. And then he's gonna look over at Wolf. Look
Yeah,
at Zara.
I don't know about all of you, but I wasn't particularly happy with the end of the War of the Heavens. And his eyes just flare up. Why does it have to stop with my death? There can be another demigod. Another god. Oh god, the fucking word escapes Matt's brain.
Oh no.
Deity?
No, it's what the domain is.
Oh.
Another god of defiance.
Mika's grin's gonna slip a little bit as he's talking about, making another god. It's like, kind of backing down a little bit on that.
Tomas is gonna arch a brow at him.
And he just meets your gaze for a second. God damn it.
I'm sorry, I have to think about this. This
Yep.
is a lot of words. Cause this is kind of everything Tomas would have wanted is to just say fuck him. Tomas would just raise a brow at him. He's like, so you mean to give one of us one of your hats?
He just kind of squints at you, very confused for a second. I'm offering you the last of my domains.
The domain to defy them and tell them to go take their cocky assholes and shove it up.
The means to defy anything that is unjust.
Tomas is just gonna
constructed.
Tomas is gonna glance at Mika and Wolf because if they don't say anything, he's about to say give.
Mika does not want deity of any format.
What about you, Wolf? Zara's just glancing between both of you. It doesn't look like she's going to step forward.
Wolf snatches it.
You fine with that, Tomas?
I mean, if he snatches it, he snatches it.
Alright.
We can roll if you want.
I'm down for rollies. To see who grabs it first.
Alright, so we enter in a power grab Mexican standoff.
Oh god.
So, all of you get ready to roll a d20. On 3, 2, 1, go. We're gonna roll it. So, everybody ready?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit! I didn't hit enter. I didn't hit enter. Fuck.
So Tomas, as you get that fail grin on your face, you go glance over towards where Wolf was a second ago. You just see his heel as he's reaching forward to grab the thing himself. Good. Blood of my blood. Carry on where I could not. And show them that humans and other mortals are still capable of gripping the reins of the heavens and making them bend to our knee. And as you grab that, you feel this energy surging through your body. Give me a fortitude saving throw. Alright. So, you feel it. Tomas, Mika, you see as the energy surges through Wolf, you have full armor on, right, Wolf?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear this crackling and burning as Wolf kind of just buckles to a knee as you see this energy burning within him. Almost like you can see like fire almost burning underneath the flesh, like lighting him up from the inside as it slowly begins to fade away and recess. And his breathing grows heavy for a moment as the light slowly begins to fade and you feel this strange power begin to flow through you, making you feel unhindered, unrestrained by not just fear, not by doubt, but everything around you. And as that burning sensation within you slowly begins to fade, you're the last one to notice it as you all feel the warmth and light in this place begin to fade as the image of Einar begins to burn away into ash along with the rest of the buildings around him, and he just gives you a feral grin as he looks down at you, Wolf, and says, "Give him hell, kid." And eventually, all the light burns away until there's nothing but ash and darkness. Y'all are snapped back into that long, cold hallway, and you come back to your senses as a gush of wind rushes into the room, chilling you all to the bones, accompanied by the loud voice of a man that lets out a bellowing roar from the entrance, saying, "What are you doing?" And we're going to take a little quick break. As this funny little chiefman is back and very fucking mad at you.
To say, Mika will happily piss on the shoes of every single asshole god out there, but she does not want deification to do it.
And now Wolf has the domain of being spicy in him. Alright, let's take 10 minutes, so we'll get back at 10:15.
Only Sam knows the reasoning.
Say, Wolf's pretty quiet. This will be interesting to see if he gets a little feisty.
Yeah. Wolf, you will still be grappling with that domain, so it won't give you any immediate benefits, but I will provide them to you as your body gets accustomed to it.
Wait, who? Does anyone else have a domain?
I don't know,
In our
maybe.
party?
What's a domain?
I don't think Mika does. Exactly. She's kind of borrowing Celis's, but I don't think it's like hers technically. Had some moves.
Yeah, Mika doesn't have like full-on divinity. She's got like gifts.
Yeah.
Wolf has it. 2 other people also have divinity. Sorry. 3 other people.
I thought Lana had. I could be wrong.
Some are more obvious that they have divinity than others.
God damn it, Vit.
What?
Just a random gifts and
You guys missed something exciting.
Oh.
No, just Wolf and Mika. Reese threw a spear through Eber.
Yay! Mika wanted to say something about the spirit of Einar, but he freaking poofed before.
Yeah, he was kind of on his last vestiges, unfortunately.
Stubborn motherfucker.
I mean, he's the god of flipping the middle finger.
Uh-huh.
I love him. Well, loved, since he's now dust.
But there was like a minute or two while things were fading away if you did want to ask him a question or tell him something, Mika.
He's basically gonna make a comment about, like, you know, like Rouse may have taken all his shit, but his spear ended up coming in handy, so.
Mika says as Reese yeets the spear through Eber
Yeah.
in the distance on
Yeah.
the other side of the continent.
Exactly.
That's probably the last time you get a full look at his face as he just gives you a full, like, deeply feral grin, like, pupils dilating as he looks at you and you say that, and he says, "Be sure to put it to good use for me. It loves a good fight even more than I do."
Oh, I know. We will.
That's all I asked in repayment for that. Fight well, champions.
We get to deal with Papa Viking. Yay!
Whee! Einar's a fun guy. I love him.
Didn't expect Wolf to get Baki grappled quite so fast.
I did.
I do want to say though,
Hmm.
Wolf during that, what do you call it? Deityfication.
Yep.
Would not be in Super Saiyan pose. He would be in panic pose.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember one of Wolf's biggest fears.
Immolation.
Tense heat, fire, immolation. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun one for him.
Does he freak out every time Mika lights his weapon up?
No, it's. Oh my god!
It's more
like,
fire on the flesh is bad juju.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
It's like, oh my! I'm like the dude from Game of Thrones. I didn't even realize it.
The Hound.
Yeah.
I like to think
Oh.
Mika would notice that Wolf is flipping the fuck out, but...
Oh no, you guys would have noticed.
Wait, is Wolf pyrophobic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
has been forever.
I thought he just had a fear of deep water like you did.
No, deep water, pyrophobic. I don't remember the last one. I don't have my old sheet.
Reese no longer has room for fear. Dabs.
Might be tiny now.
What?
I think Maya might be tiny now. I think it only lasts a minute.
Flump.
I like to imagine when she goes tiny, there's just a poof of shed hair.
Wait, that you knew that? I explained it to you when Wolf saved Reese from fire.
Oh god. I forgot.
Bruh.
I'm sorry. That was a long time ago, dude.
It was.
Oh,
That was a year ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
God. That's
alas for
wild
fun.
to think about.
It's been more than 5 minutes, right?
Most likely by the time all this is over.
Okay. Yeah, she'd be small. Then.
Yep, I'm just finding her again. There we go. Because it was freaking out on the hunting grounds page.
Oh, yeah, I just couldn't find the actual time limit on the spell, and then I got confused, but I found it.
Mm-hmm. Well.
I appreciate the use of Frostpunk.
It's got a good ass fucking ambient soundtrack.
Oh god, yeah. can't get very far in that game, but I do love the music.
That game is a min-maxing nightmare paradise.
Uh-huh. I love a lot of colony sims, but that one, yeah, one's a little rough.
Yeah, it's unnecessarily brutal a lot of the time. I managed to complete all the scenarios, but I couldn't do anything above normal difficulty. It's just too, it doesn't give you enough leeway.
Yeah, I don't think I even got past like the first couple of scenarios really. Like I did the tutorial and then was doing like the very first scenario it puts you in, and I never have been able to get very far with it.
The first scenario is so fucking rough because that storm is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not ready for how much it drops, fun fact, I beat the first scenario with like 12 hours left until I was going to be exiled from the colony. Because, like, hundreds of people were sick and, like, dozens of people had died because I didn't get upgraded, medical facilities.
Mm.
And even with maximum heat and maximum space heaters inside of the facilities and, like, maximum insulation, the baby healthcare centers just shut down. Like, it's too cold for them to physically run on the final steps of the storm.
Yeah, I think I've gone through it and been exiled. I've only gotten through it like to the end of it twice and gotten exiled both times. And it was more just because, yeah, I had the upgraded medical facilities, but it was just I kept running out of supplies. I could never get stocked up well enough.
Mm-hmm.
One of my buddies was
Yeah.
playing it, basically just being the biggest dick possible about labor
Mhm.
laws and child labor, and like, why the fuck are you grieving? Get back! Hilarious and tragic to listen to him while he was streaming.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, good God, dude. But it worked, so...
If you have time to be sad about your mom in the hospital, you have time to go mine coal.
Exactly, yeah, that was pretty much the attitude the whole time, like, for fuck's sake.
Ah, Frostpunk.
That's some Cult of the Lamb shit right there.
I want to get that game so bad.
It's good. I've beaten it. It's very good.
I was on vacation when it came out, or about to go on. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not buying games before I fucking leave for a week and a half. And I've got a bunch of costumes I'm working on. It's like I don't need more freaking temptation to get me through all my costumes first. I have a month to complete Ronnie, damn it.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yeep.
Yep.
All right. So we pick up with Wolf on the ground, recovering from a panic attack and deification, as you all fade back into the room. And our good friend, Chief Yegor Frosthide, walking very angrily into the halls of Einar's tomb, just glaring down at all of you.
Miko kind of to block Wolf from view for like as much as she short ass can while he's getting himself together.
Tomas is gonna put. I know you just made her small, but Tomas is gonna put a hand on Mika and make her. Not Mika, on Maya. Make her big again.
Big
All right. Can you drop it in chat?
Yeah. Oh, I clicked the wrong person. And he's just gonna have Maya kind of like loom over them.
He kind of seems to glance up at Maya, but doesn't stop his approach as he gets maybe 20 feet away from you all and just glancing across the room at you all and the other elders who had shown up at your side when you suddenly collapsed. And just through gritted teeth, he takes a heavy breath before... Explain to me what exactly it is that you are doing. And glances over towards the elder. What are these outsiders doing in this consecrated tomb?
Tomas is gonna stand up and kind of brush himself off and stare as much as the short king can. Is going to stare down Yeager. What these outsiders are doing is getting what we came here for. I have every right to my lord's tomb as much as you do. And we were just having a little chat with Einar.
Roll me a diplomacy check. Big oofers. So, you admit then that you came here with your intentions veiled.
We came here to help. And we had a calling. These
You
people,
came here to make sure that the Silver Order did not break into this tomb, not to do it yourselves.
we, rather they, motioning to the rest of the group, were called. We've broken nothing. And we are still here to keep the Silver Order out.
Roll me a diplomacy check, Mika. Or an
Uh,
intimidation, your choice.
Oh shit. Which of my stats is better in those? Cause I intimidate or diplomacy.
Your choice.
Ah, fuck me. Neither one's any better than the other right now. So, puff up as much as I can, and I'm fuck it. At this point, we're gonna hero point that cause got no reason not to. That ain't any better, man.
You will watch your tone when you are speaking to me on matters that involve the clan and our purpose here. You did not get permission from me to enter this place. None of you did. I do not care what falsehoods you have fabricated, what stories you tell yourself or the others to let them let you in here. But it is our purpose to guard these grounds, and I will not abide by outsiders coming in and defiling it with their presence.
Matt, out of character.
Yep.
So the temple opened in the presence of Zara and Wolf, right? Like it was
Correct.
just them being near it. And it's because they are descendants of Einar, right?
Yes, they are. In fact, they're both carrying a descendant of Einar in them.
Yeah.
Or at least a relative of Einar.
Yeah. Tomas never broke his gaze with Yeager. And he'll follow up after Mika and just question him, like, have you ever, in your time as chief, managed to get these doors to open? Do you even know how to get these doors to open?
There is no reason that we needed to open these doors. We did not come here to pillage what is inside these sacred walls. We came to protect them from outsiders doing the same thing that you are proposing.
Then perhaps I could enlighten you on why they opened for us. That two amongst us are descendants of the man buried here, and you would deny them the right to enter this tomb.
Roll me another diplomacy check. I would deny those without proof of such a fanciful story that, yes.
Proof is in the action. They opened, did they not?
They did something nobody else has attempted to do. That does not make them chosen. That makes them thieves.
You don't believe us? Ask your elders. We did nothing but stand near the doors.
And Elder Constantine, having seen that you are all safe, nods at that arrival and says, "They speak the truth. The doors called out and referred to them as blood of my blood, and beckoned them all inside as they approached." And you see the chieftain just shoot a sharp glare at the elder and say, "And who let them near the door?" And without breaking a sweat, Constantine says, "I did. I had reason to believe that they were associated with the writings on the wall. That they carried with them someone who is tied heavily to the one who is buried here. You did not seek my counsel on this." And he's just baring his fangs towards Constantine. And as he does, Zara just kind of interposes herself between the chief and Constantine, and the chief just glares down at Zara and says, as he just kind of squints further at her, "You step out of line, outsider. Outcast." And Zara, just with a calm, empty expression in her face as she looks up towards him, speaks in return and says, "At least I know how to take a step when it matters."
Tomas, real quick, is gonna glance over at Wolf. How is he doing?
Can Wolf make any example of what he's been done to him? Like, can he show it off? In his current state of experience?
How would we roll for that? Roll me a D100.
Hey, roll for vibes.
Holy shit.
So, you try to pull upon that force that entered your body, but you're still kind of like shaking and panicked a bit, and you... Wolf is really good at hitting things. He's very strong and very fast and very determined. What he is not used to is these ephemeral powers, these things that can't physically be grasped or strangled or controlled through just force of will alone. So trying to shape this ethereal concept within you is still a bit beyond your reach, as you're struggling just to come fully to your senses now that the pain has receded, and unfortunately you're not able to pull it up to the surface at the moment.
Tomas is gonna try to like subtly get Wolf's attention while Jaeger is distracted by Zara.
Roll me a stealth check. Let me check something. Characters. He doesn't seem to notice as he's just in a standoff with Zara and the Elder at the moment, but you feel the tension in the air as something's about to boil over. But you are able to signal to Wolf without him noticing, it looks like.
So Tomas is going to try to, like, wordlessly, with, like, facial expressions and, like, mouthing at Wolf, try to, like, signal to him, like, remember our deal, follow my lead. Because the deal was that Wolf would show the sword at the end of the mission, and Tomas is cashing in on that now. But he wants Wolf to, like, wait just a moment and follow when he thinks it's the right time, because Tomas has a plan.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. So the last thing he said to Zara was, he called her an outcast and an outsider again, right?
Correct.
And then
And said she was stepping out of line.
And Zara said that at least
I know when to take a step.
Yeah. Tomas will, like, in the deepest tone with, like, the most command that he can, like, muster, he's gonna shout Jaeger Frosthide at him to get his attention back.
Are you just doing it to get his attention, or are you trying to do anything else specifically?
Just to get his attention. Because then when he has his attention, Tomas is gonna go off.
He keeps Zara out of the corners of his eyes as he rolls his head towards you and just glares at you. What is it?
You will speak to her with respect, because she's got more courage in her pinky than you do in your whole body. You coward, and you failure as a leader. You will watch your tribe die out of your own pride to not look weak. You are a fool and should feel ashamed.
Tomas, roll me a perception check.
Fuck.
This is my signal, by the way.
Tomas, Jaeger is silent as he is just glaring down, death staring at you, and you see his form begin to shift.
Tomas is reaching
for
his
anything.
bow as Maya over him.
Or anything.
Yep.
As that insulting confrontation from Tomas, Wolf was gonna stand straight and kind of give his chest a pound.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are going to see his armor change.
Oh, are you doing
Wait,
the funny little Moonfang armor?
He pounds his chest to just dispel the armor back into the blade.
Ah, right. I forgot that's how he'd been hiding it. So as you see Jaeger stand up and start reaching for his weapon, he catches the shift in movement. You see his eyes just lock on Moonfang. I knew it. This pretense. All these lies and justifications. You came here to do what you have already done, to rub it in our face. You who conspire with thieves have come to take more from our clan, and I am done with it. I do not know how you tricked our god, but you cannot trick me. And as he goes to lunge for you, he is going to be tackled out of the air by another funny little wolf. So I gotta go update their token real quick.
Oh, he's down here. I was like, where is this guy? Oh,
Yep.
now this token's so big.
Yep. So as he lunges through the air, Zara gets up underneath him and tackles him to the ground with her fangs. And as you see his like gray-white fur begins to, you think it's matted for a moment, but you realize it's almost got this icy hue to it as the air around him is dropping rapidly in temperature, and his hide is literally freezing over as Zara slams him into the ground and shatters some of the ice that has been coalescing around him, and says, "You will not lay a hand on them. You have already cast aside somebody far greater than yourself. You don't even understand, do you? You're so blind to change you can't see what you've tossed aside." And Zara just glances across the room, and nobody stands up in defense of the chieftain as she squares up with him. And just as he picks himself up and snarls, Zara just points a finger out towards him. "Jäger Frosthide, you are unfit to be chief of this clan. I challenge you for your role."
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
"You have no right." And just from behind you all, just unflinching, the Elder calls out, "You are
Wait, Matt?
incorrect on that matter." What's up?
Is Wolf able to apply Moonfang to Zara at all to help her? As like a flavor thing or no?
I will allow it.
I don't
If
know.
you want to give her the Moonfang armor.
Yes.
That's a very
So-
gleeful tone.
As you see this, like, dull silvery steel form over her body into this, like, razor sharp armor that accentuates her werewolf form. You see some of the moonlight hit through the cracks in the structure around you, and it just glistens like a deep, bright silver wherever the moonlight reflects off it. As the armor begins to take form, and she just drops into a low, feral growl as Constantine calls out, "Though she was outcast, Zara is still a member, or was a member of our clan. She is well within her right to challenge you, as long as she has those who will vouch for her, as I will." And you hear from back at the entrance of the temple as well, the woman whose husband you saved, who has gathered with several of the other warriors to make sure that nobody else is entering into the temple, calls out, "As will I." And you see Jäger snarl at both of them and say, "We will discuss this when I am done with her, then."
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Can I give Zara shared prey on Jäger?
You are more than welcome to. So, with that, he turns his attention to Zara after having been corrected, much to his displeasure, on the validity of the challenge. And his massive towering form just stalks low as they circle around each other for a moment, waiting for an opening before he lunges, and she quickly follows suit, and the two begin to tear into each other. He is massive, like towering easily 2 to 3 feet over Zara, even when she is shifted. Dressed up in the armor he had worn before. As you can see now, it's fitted so that the plates shift with his enlarged form, mostly held together with expandable pieces of plate that pull apart and reveal loose cloth wrappings underneath it and loose furs that hide the gaps in the plate when he is smaller. But the armor doesn't give him an advantage over Zara anymore, because she is now covered by Moonfang to help narrow down that edge a bit.
Goddamn right.
So as he does, as they're tearing into each other, you see Rhyme rip from her wound. So as he tears open her flesh, you see it instantly freeze the blood into these stalagmites of blood and flesh freezing off her body the second he lands the strikes, and she snarls back and counterattacks with him. And you see both of them healing, but y'all are aware of Zara's funny little gift. All werewolves have regeneration to an extent. Zara's is, now that you're seeing it side by side by this man, that is horrifically fast. Her wounds are healing in seconds as he tears into her. She gets hit and staggered and is thrown to the floor several times, but manages to pick back up, and you see her body knitting itself together even as several wounds of his are still struggling to start to close. And he begins to realize this. So as they're dueling back and forth, tearing at each other, you see him spot an opening at one moment, and with a massive hand just picks up Zara and smashes her into the earth and pins her down for a moment as he pulls back his head and goes to lunge for her throat. What did you give her specifically, Tomas?
I would have done hunt prey on him, which gives her Tomas's effect to make it easier for her to hit him. That's
Yep.
what it is.
Alright, let me roll some funny little dice. Okay. Like that. So, he goes to snap at her, and she manages to fend him off for a few blows as she lashes at his face with claws before he finally pins her arms and her torso down and goes to pull back for a moment. And you see, I know Wolf has seen this. I'm not sure if the others of you have. As Zara, the now white fur on Zara that has happened since shortly after your guys' encounter with Wrath, begins to seem almost ethereal and radiant, as you see her kind of just shift and just fall through the earth as he just smashes his face into the earth and just pulls back, and so you see him shift his jaw around as he tries to relocate his now dislocated mouth.
Damn.
Before he pulls back and begins to just search for his surroundings. Before he hears a noise and snaps his head towards it. And as he does so, you see Zara slip the upper half of her body out of the ground and pull herself out. And as he hears the noise of her shifting, goes to turn towards her and lunges. And as he does so, Zara just thrusts her hand outwards towards his chest. And you see him pile over her and dig his claws into her back as he sinks his teeth into her shoulder for a moment. And both of them grow still. And slowly, you hear a shift in weight as the massive form of Yeager. You see blood beginning to pool from outside of his mouth, and eyes, and ears, as his body just crumples back a bit. And you see Zara standing there, arms still outstretched, hands shaking as the tips of her fingers are shattered. And just her hand, but not her forearm, are just completely drenched in blood. And that luminescent glow on her fur begins to fade away. And Wolf, you've seen what she just did before. The little trick Gunnar taught her.
Oh, shit.
Partial phasing.
Tomas is gonna lean over to me and be like, what the fuck just happened?
Don't know, but I think it's done.
Was she hit the ground?
Wolf's gonna cut your two talking with just, she was taught well.
Yeah, taught to do what?
Mika's gonna say out loud real quick, seeing the blood pooling and not looking like. Does he look like he's still breathing?
Roll me a perception check or medicine check, either or.
Perception. Or medicine?
Medicine or perception.
Okay.
I will allow either. With a medicine check, the DC is a little lower, so 100% from this distance, you don't see any chest movement, and the amount of blood that he just hemorrhaged from several orifices, you don't think he's very alive.
Damn it. Okay. Well. So yeah, Mika's gonna. Shit, she was gonna try and patch people up, but she's just gonna kind of stand there for a second, kind of say out loud. It's like toward the elders, like, is the challenge satisfied?
Indeed it is. As Zara just, without glancing towards, after like looking towards him for a second to make sure that he was dead, making the same check that you were, Mika, just turns her attention towards you all and slowly begins walking back. And you can already see her hand beginning to knit itself as the bones pop back into place. It's over.
Maya's gonna walk over to Zara and start, like, licking the blood off of her to clean her up.
She just kind of almost like collapse leans into Maya a little bit, just disappearing into Maya's like chest fur as she just wraps her arms loosely around Maya. Maya now has a big bloody patch on her chest.
That's fine, she'll clean that later. She's just gonna keep trying to, like, fix Zara in the only way a snow leopard can.
Yeah. After a few seconds that she's had to like catch her breath, she just kind of pats the sides of Maya's face and pulls away before turning to you all and just thank you all for your assistance in this manner.
Tomas will just kind of bow his head a little and then raise a brow and smirk at Zara. He's like, my pleasure, Chief?
You see her kind of like instinctively like pull back and look a bit confused at that for a second before just nodding her head. I suppose. But there is no need for that. And she just kind of looks over towards Jagger. Not anymore. And as she approaches, you see the elders give her a bow of deference. Were you going to say something?
Oh, Tomas will have put back to her that noble dignitaries always treat each other with respect. Basically telling Zara that like he sees her at the same level as him, like in that respect now. Not that he ever saw her lesser, but like
She is now officially
yeah.
a dignitary of some sort.
Yeah.
She just gives you a soft smile and rests her giant clawed hand on your shoulder as she passes. I suppose there is much to discuss then. And the other elders nod at her.
Hate to say it, but not the least of which is we still have Silver Order to fucking deal with.
Aye.
Gosh, I forgot about this.
It won't do us any good if everybody is exhausted by the time they arrive. You all have had a long day. Perhaps it is best if you get some rest before any further planning. I'll make sure things are settled as much as I can.
Before that, sorry. Now that Yeager wouldn't likely stand in the way, how dangerous do you think it is if we got in contact with Amy to see if we can get more potions?
If Nala is able to make a delivery, I will not have any opposition to it.
Remind me again who here can actually talk to Nara?
What was that?
Tomas is gonna look at the group and like, remind me of who here can actually talk to Nara.
One person would have a messenger ring.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was.
Tomas would have taken it if Mika didn't.
So I don't remember taking it, so that would probably...
I don't think we ever decided it.
Yeah.
I think it's just the assumption that somebody took it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I don't have any
Tomas-
notes, so it would have been Tomas.
Tomas will just be like, oh shit, right, that's me. And he's like, I'm gonna send her a message then. And he's just gonna wander off with Maya then, and he's also gonna go find Sizova.
Wolf is gonna shake Zara's hand and, you know, kind of take Moonfang back.
And she's just gonna rest her hand on the side of your face and say, "Thank you for the assistance, Puck. It was good to have them with me."
How could you lose with them, you know?
There wasn't a chance in the world. You said you were going to chase down Savova.
Yeah.
Yep. She's probably making, as the warriors are starting to try to disperse the crowd that kind of gathered, you spot Sizova looking worried as she can't fucking find any of you.
Oh god, she doesn't know what just happened.
Nope.
Oh fuck. Okay, hold on. How smart is Tomas in this moment? Dumbass. Okay. Tomas is gonna walk up to Sizova and just be like, so, Sizova, got a question for you.
As you walk over, she just sees that you're like bloodied and bruised and limping. She's like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?"
Oh yeah, I'm great. What? Oh shit, right, yeah, I look like shit. That's right.
She just
No.
looks very worried.
Tomas is gonna like reach out and kind of pat her on the cheeks, like, I promise you, dear, I am doing better than I have in a long time. This'll patch up. It's fine. Zara will probably get me right later after she's rested. We're doing just fine. Or Mika will beat the shit out of me and I'll feel better.
I'll take your word on it.
Yes. I am now realizing you have no idea what just happened. And he's gonna give her a quick rundown in like the most Tomas style, but also while being like gentle and kind to the fact that she just lost her leader.
Oh no.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Oh no.
Let's see. So,
And he'll have Maya with her, like with him, and like Maya like rub up against her to try to soothe her.
Oh no.
there seems to be a moment of panic between the phrases Zara challenged Yeager for chiefdom and Zara won Lamau.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
This is when you tell me that she's Yeager's kid, I'm gonna fucking riot.
No. Though it is brief and restrained, you do see a sense of relief wash over Sizova at hearing those results.
Okay. Tomas will kind of smile and like file that away for a little bit. And you're like, so remember the other day when I asked you about potions for everybody?
Yes.
And you said that the leader might get in the way of that. I don't think we have that problem anymore.
I do not know much about the new chief, so
Tomas is going. He's like, in your opinion, how many should I ask for?
I would not know. It might be good to ask the healers how many are injured.
I don't think I can ask them. He's just gonna grin. He's like, I leave my translator.
She seems very confused and worried for a second before remembering and just giving a soft chuckle and nodding and says, yes, I can assist with that.
I appreciate it, Sova. And like halfway through while they're walking to go find the healers, Tomas will casually be like, so Sova,
Yes.
how much do you like living in the clan?
And she just kind of tilts her head a little bit at that and says, how much does anybody like living anywhere? It is home.
Tomas will kind of nod at that and look at her. He's like, well, if you ask me, when I look at you, I see a very bright and wonderful young woman. And if you ever feel the little adventuring bug, let me know and you can have home elsewhere as well.
Roll me a diplomacy check. She just kind of gives you a little soft nod at that, but she doesn't give you an explicit answer.
Yeah. And then he'll just keep walking with her to go talk to the healers to figure out how much to ask Avi for.
Yep. So to compress that, you check in with them. Most of the vital injuries are out of the way, but Sizova translates things from how many potions you need to how many injured are we expecting?
Yeah.
And gives you a rough estimate of what you could ask Avi for like small baby potions that are easy to mass produce.
He'll add at least 10 to the number she gives him.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Anything else that night before you all depart to sleep?
Mika's just gonna give Zara as much of a medical once-over as she'll let her do. And then,
Only if Zara will just turn to you and say, only if you allow the same.
kind of give a half shrug. It's like, think you got the worst end of that stick, but sure.
Yep. Yep. You give her a quick once over. She has only like minor wounds left. It seems that her healing is still chipping away at it and should be relatively patched up soon. She didn't take any major wounds thanks to the boons that you guys gave her.
Right.
And she does patch you up so you're full health.
Hey.
The fun of Healbot Mom.
Yeah.
We love Philbot Mom.
Stand mom. And then Nico kind of nod, pat her on the shoulder, or wherever is in reach at the moment, and turn around and check on Wolf.
How you doing, Wolf?
Me? Wolf is injured.
Yeah. If you guys want to meet back up prior to bedtime, you are free to do all the heal patching before you all take a rest.
Yeah, Mika will
Okay.
definitely patch everybody up.
I think
But if there's
after
anything you
Tomas-
want to discuss while doing said healing, do not let me stop you.
I think Tomas, after doing his wandering around, would hobble over to Mika and be like, "Oh, hey Mika, I'm starting to feel it now. It's kind of hurt. I think I got slam dunked into the ground by a god.
You know, I think I saw something like that happen.
Yeah,
So yeah, let me take a look at that.
Yeah. You realize that Tomas's head is kind of at a tilt. And as you start treating him, oh yeah, he definitely got a muscle in his neck pulled in the process of being fucking slam dunked into the earth.
well, it's like, so I already know Nicandros will probably fret if I tell him. Do you think Reese will laugh or get overly possessive and angry?
Chances are, I don't know about Nicandros, but you did essentially, you helped challenge a god, so you know he's probably just gonna shrug it off as a Tuesday.
That's fair. That isn't normal for me, I suppose.
And somehow you're not 3 inches shorter, so you did pretty good for being
thank-
suplexed by an ancient deity.
I don't feel like I can afford to lose 3 inches. I'm already short for an elf.
Looking down at Mika.
No offense, not that there's like a problem with being short or anything.
Pats
Wouldn't know what that's like.
Maybe ties a couple bandages a little extra tight on you too before going to bed.
Just ties the bandages around Tomas's waist a little tight so that he can't physically get up once he's lied down to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay, Mika. We stand a short queen.
Uh-huh, and I stand keeping you alive, so...
You're gonna need this as she ties a gag.
Oh, thanks, Mika.
Anytime. Just pats you and
He's
goes
dead.
off to bed.
Whoa. Alrighty.
I was not expecting that throwdown, but okay.
Hey, you guys met the conditions for it.
Listen,
We
sorry I
had-
didn't challenge him. I was about to.
I was gonna say, we weren't exactly rolling the most diplomatic checks on the planet. God damn it.
Nope.
I wasn't trying to be diplomatic. I was trying to piss him off.
I was trying.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this little fun result.
Uh-huh.
So, as you guys all meet in the morning, it's definitely an interesting change of pace. As you're all called around to the chieftain's hut, and Zara, your funny little friend, is now the one running the briefings in the morning instead of that man who's very dead now. And And oh, there we go. Oh, Tomas, you don't want to be in the fire.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop trying to help now.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Maya can cuddle up to Oya, it's fine. She appreciate it.
Maya at this point is just cuddling up with everybody, weaving in between their legs, doing that cat thing where like they flop over right in front of you while you're walking. It's like, why are you not petting me right now?
Oh no, Maya is getting the most pet she's ever had in her life. Rumor has spread around the camp that she has Kiral's blessing, so petting her is good luck.
Maya's so spoiled.
Yeah.
So happy.
She purrs like a little radiator.
She definitely tries to steal food out of people's hands.
So, as you guys are all gathered around, several of the other warriors are gathered during the morning discussions along with Elder Constantine, as he seems like the more martial focused of the elders that you had run into, advising on matters of war on top of his other duties. So as you guys are going over planning for the day and discussing movements, you begin to hear shouts from one of the scouts on the battlements.
Fuck.
As they call out that there are several figures approaching from the distance. And then there's a pause, and saying, dozens, maybe more. As Zara lets out a hefty sigh and calls for everybody else to start getting into defensive positions around the camp.
That's what we came here for.
Alright. So, luckily, as everybody is going around to gather supplies, get their weapons, all of the warriors and hunters are roused to grab their weapons. They are not found wanting because all of their martial supplies were rather timely restored. And there's another fun little occurrence that you notice. Oops. Let me roll a funny little check. Alright. So, as the other hunters are gathering and grabbing and readying their weapons to mount the walls, Zara approaches them and begins to discuss something with them in Kirali. And they seem a little shocked and taken aback for a moment, as Zara holds her outstretched hands to some of them, and they kind of just nervously glance back and forth between each other before looking at her to confirmation, and a few of them seem to pluck something from her hands, and you see them pop a key into their collars and cautiously take them off. It isn't all of them, but several of the hunters have decided to have precautions
We stand the queen.
Let's
in
let
case the camp starts getting overrun.
let's let dogs of war.
All right. So, as you guys get in positions around the camp, looking from any of the battlements, you can see the numbers that were previously described to you by Vasily, the hunter that you rescued. Probably about 100 silver order, flanked by maybe 1 to 200 archons.
Shit.
And at the head of their group is a man with a blazing halo of fire and light. And I will put their funny little picture out for you. And we drop this in. Drop it in text, ma'am. As they walk confidently and unerringly at the head of the host of knights and angels. And as the others are barking orders back and forth to each other, Zara looks towards the three of you and says, "Shall we go to meet our hosts, our guests?"
Tomas will grin at her. He's like, "Be my pleasure."
And she starts calling out orders, and a couple people follow out with you in flanks. Most of them remain by the entrance to the camp, forming up a defensive wall. And a few others, mostly hunters and other skirmishers, pour out towards the sides, far away from you, to help split the ranks a bit as you all head up towards the clearing at the front of the camp. And slowly, as the group begins to approach, you see the head of the host, that Archon with a flaming halo, being flanked by a couple of elite knights as the others begin to fall in, maybe a couple 100 feet behind them. And the two flanks at the side begin splitting off to deal with the other people that came out with you with just a of the wrist, a gesture from the Archon. And as arrows begin whizzing back and forth from both sides, they level their sword at you. And their eyes lock on you, Wolf, as if watching you for a long moment.
Me, huh?
Before leveling their weapon at you specifically. And with a gesture, the other Silver Order begin to turn their attention towards you. We're gonna roll initiative.
I just realized I was muted. God damn it.
Oh, I didn't heal.
Oh yeah, all of you are max HP. Let's fix that real quick.
I guess the cat's out of that bag.
It's a funny little mission.
Oh, shit, initiative.
All right. Yeah. All right, Wolf, you're at the top of the initiative order. What would you like to do? I will say Wolf.
Yes.
As you feel those eyes gazing down upon you, you feel something welling up in your chest. This sensation of almost righteous disgust, annoyance, distaste. And it almost feels like something within you is beginning to boil over a bit. If you don't know what you want to do this turn, I will let you spend your turn trying to pull upon that sensation, and we can see what happens.
Oh, 100% pulling on that sensation.
Give me a D100 and we'll see what happens. I can work with that. Alright. So, as you feel the gaze of this creature fall upon you, that sensation boils up again and you focus on it, and it takes a second as you slowly begin to grasp it and feel that heat radiate throughout you, not as if it's burning you from within this time, but as almost as if it's filling you with a radiant warmth. And it's going to take you a second to pull upon that, but we'll see what happens at the start of your next turn.
Alright, guys, I nuked the field. GG.
Alright. Next up is going to be Zara, who's going to do the funny little start of going into a rage. Yep. The most defiant fart. And then Zara's going to ready in action. Next up, funny little planetar.
Fucking text me.
Let's see. Let's go with... How far away are you? That's unfortunate. So this funny little lad is going to be carried by magical wings and propel himself 60 feet forward. And then they're going to point towards you, Tomas, and cast Lawful Divine Wrath. I need a Fortitude saving throw from you. Hey, that's good.
Oh shit, fuck yeah.
So you see this pillar of light crash down around you, and for a second it almost feels like it's going... your body's going to be burnt away into nothingness by the divine energy coming off this. But it almost seems to kind of just glance off you and burn away into nothingness as you feel this warmth radiating from Wolf.
Tomas is gonna take one hand off of his bow and then give the planetar a middle finger.
It does not react.
That's fine. Makes him feel better.
Mm-hmm. These funny little lads are going to spend their turns moving up. Okay. And our funny friend, the Archon, is going to head up to about here. As they glance and raise their hands out towards you, and you just... the light seems to reflect around you all for a moment. It almost seems like the area you're standing on seems to fade away into the empty void as you just see constellations form around you, and just this line link between all of you as he makes a quick flick of his wrist, and this searing light rips through all of you. As they make a... that's a crit on Mika, a crit on all of you. Yeah, that's a 57 to hit on all of you.
Can I make him re-roll, please?
Yes, you can. Rolled the exact same thing.
What a bitch!
Damn it.
I appreciate the effort.
I try.
Jesus Christ. That's going to be, how much of that was good? 2d6, so that's minus 12. So I think all of you are good.
Even I'm good.
Wolf,
I think I'm neutral. At least that's why I never
you're
changed
lawful
it.
neutral.
Yeah, I never changed it.
As long as none of you are evil, you don't take good damage. I don't think anybody's evil.
No.
Listen, there are days.
So that's going to be 66. Smarmy good. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be boop, pop, beep, boop. Oh, sorry. Boop.
You know, I've never thought about Maya's alignment.
Maya is an animal, they are true neutral.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Maya is cat.
Yep. Alright, and that's their turn. And then which one of these fucking dipshits is next? It's gonna be this guy. Alright, Mika, you're up.
Alright. Fuck.
Tomas, you're on deck.
Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out my stuff. Arcana's the one who set us on fire, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. So, gonna go with, Mika's gonna try something she hadn't done yet. Gonna put a Paragon's guard stance on.
Ooh. That's a good one.
And then she is going to... Let's see here. Where to get... Okay. Stupid stubby ass legs. Gonna get to there, 'cause that's where she can get.
Yep, you can strike from there.
Yeah, and take a swing.
Roll me a hit. That's a hit.
Right. No flame damage yet.
Bop.
And that's it. That's all three.
Alright, Tomas, you're up.
Okay, so Matt.
Mhm.
Tomas is gonna pull his arrow of horde wilting out of his quiver.
Mhm.
And then he's going to use it for his thread-bound arrow of death on the sunshiny man.
Right, that resets.
Yep, that resets. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
So he needs to do a fort save against my spell DC, which there's a chance that he doesn't beat a 34.
There is a chance.
And I'm going to roll twice for disadvantage.
Yep. No crit.
Okay. So.
It's just a normal save, so half damage.
Okay. How do I do half damage?
Just roll the damage and we'll apply half of it for horde wilting.
Oh, for horde wilting specifically.
Yep.
I need to find. I have there's too many tabs, Matt.
I know, buddy.
It's 10d10 negative, but
Yep.
I don't know how else to roll besides that. Maya's doing the murdering now. And then this is for the arrow of death damage.
Alright, and the normal arrow damage?
No.
They didn't like that.
Yeah.
As they seem to snap towards you as the thread arrow grows taut on them, which is not a reaction people usually see. They seem to be almost aware of the divine fuckery. As they see it rip towards them and just tear through their body, and you see some of their body begin to grow like gaunt as they just flex, and it just returns back to the normal state.
Okay. And then Tomas is gonna have Maya move there while he flips the bird at the Archon.
Yep. Duly noted.
That's my turn.
Yep. You go up. You go up. You go up. What do you want to do? Yeah, he's gonna be a fucking piece of shit. Alright. They are going to do...
Ha.
They're popping down a blade barrier. So, Mika, as you are standing there, you see dozens of spinning blades of force spawn around you in every direction. I need you to make me a reflex saving throw.
At least my shield's up. Let's see. Reflex?
Yep. Does your shield give you bonuses to reflex saving throws? Do you have anything special for that?
I don't think I. Oh, that's right. I've got toting Aegis, aren't I?
Oh, reroll. Sorry, I'm paying attention.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I have my reroll back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Try it again.
Okay.
Oh, yep, nope, you're fine.
Good.
Alright, decide which side of the wall you want to be on.
Shite. She'll back up one step, I guess. Be kind of
Alrighty.
crazy, but not that crazy.
Yep. So now there's just this spinning, whirling blade of wall of force between you and the Archon and the Silver Knights.
Actually, but I've been able to do the diagonally, just be to step diagonally to be in front of him directly.
Yep.
Instead of blocking him. Okay. So I wanted to use a reaction to that.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I wanted to use Aegis's. It says activate with takes one reaction.
Yep.
Because he's being a dick. So I'm gonna bring out the Aegis's reaction. I don't know. All allies within 30 feet get the defensive barrier. Resistance to all damage equal to the hardness of Aegis for 1 minute.
Oh, right. So y'all have 20 damage reduction for a minute.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You essentially, at the first time you get hit for the next minute, you reduce the damage by 20. And then the effect dissipates. I will keep that in mind.
Back out of the blades and kind of, because with the stance he's got Aegis already ready, just kind of back up a little and slam the shield on the ground.
Yep. So as Mika does, you see this this energy flare out from it, backwards from her at 45 degrees angles in every direction, and just this ghostly projection of the shield appears between you and the nearest enemy.
Stare down, flaming fucker.
All right. Then at the top of the turn order is Wolf. So, Wolf. As you pull out that little burst of energy, you feel it beginning to flood over you a bit. Let me see. Where was it? So, that warmth you feel wells up inside of you, and as Wolf's eyes snap open again and look outwards towards all of the enemies, you guys feel this rush of heat from out of Wolf in every direction as Wolf's eyes glow this golden white and just glow with intensity. And it washes over the enemies in opposition to you. And just this pillar of light shoots up into the air as you feel it set within your chest. And you see something that you haven't ever seen before, as some of the Silver Order seem to almost panic and take a step back at that. Roll me a perception check. Wolf. Though it's hard to tell under their veiled faces, your heightened senses in this moment tell you something that you didn't know was even possible anymore. In this moment, the Silver Order fear you. Whether that is an instinctual reaction to the power within you, or some kind of overriding effect of the energies that are masking them from any emotion, is hard to tell without deep divine and arcane knowledge. But in this moment, you know that the power that you're holding is something very, very dangerous to them. And as the Archon shifts his gaze towards you and raises his weapon, as you see those constellations begin to form, but it's almost like they're all spiraling around you, Wolf, as they realize, oh no, he's actually a problem. That needs to go. I need all of you. Oh no, that's not a roll from you guys, it's a roll from me. As they use their reaction to do this again. This is only a hit this time. But as the constellations form around all of you again, Mika, you feel several reverberations as the Aegis ricochets the effects of the first blow, and as they try to go rain down more on Wolf specifically, seeing the defenses shattered, that warmth you're all feeling is suddenly offset by a heavy cold breeze as the winds around you begin to pick up.
The deity cavalry arrived.
As you see the snow begin to whip through the air, and in the distance, you hear a howl. And 2. And 3. And they begin to echo throughout the area around and behind you. Before you all see a very familiar face. As the snow whips up, and just almost appearing from nothing, Kirol stands in the middle of the Silver Order forces advancing towards you. And as the snow begins to pick up around you, you see the Kirali descend upon them as... We'll keep this PG-13. Jesus Christ. It is very unfortunate. You have seen, a few of you at least, have seen Kirol fight before outside of his normal form that he tends to take preferences, as he just charges for the Star Archon. just shifts into like a bipedal form and just grabs their face and grinds them up against the blade wall until they just shatter into light.
It sounds like an effective noise.
Eh,
Basically what happens, they just explode into light and he is completely unfazed by it. As he glances towards you all and just the energy radiating off Wolf. And you hear throughout all your minds. So it was you that sent the call then? And he seems to study you for a moment as if it is a curiosity. As the Silver Order begin to rout a bit. We're going to call this combat encounter over. And K-Roll just tilts his head at you like 15 degrees, like a dog trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. And you feel that power begin to fade away for a moment as it slips through your fingers, Wolf, something you still don't have entire control over yet. But you're still left with that warmth, the center of your being, as Hiral's eyes don't leave you, and he says, "It's been a long time since we've seen anything like this. Why does it seem so familiar?"
Mika's eyes blink
Wolf.
for a second.
is gonna ball up his fists. Kinda liking this bit. Alright. And he's gonna look he always straight in the eye and be like, be ready to see a lot more.
Then we shall look forward to it. And he just kind of glances between all of you and at the key Raleigh that are beginning to rally in defense and drive off the attackers around you. And as his ears perk, and he just kind of glances around to make sure the situation is handled, he turns to you all and says, "It seems you were guarding something far more precious than I expected. I thank you all for your timely arrival, and making sure that was not lost. But perhaps we have much to discuss." And he just gestures back towards the camp. And I think that'd be a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I forgot Kiral will be one of the ones who forgot Einar existed.
Yeah.
Tomas had started to feel hopeful because he'd talked to Kiral before, but when Kiral said, "Why does it seem familiar?" his shoulders just kind of slumped.
Mika by the blink for a second go, oh!
Yeah.
So yeah. Give the quick summary, because a lot of things are going to have to happen after your departure. So, key roll, and we'll go over this part in particular more next session. Key roll sensed some shit was happening because divinity was popping off that none of them were aware about. So he came to check in on that and brought some friends with him to help assist, considering this was a lot more than he was expecting. So thanks for that. But with the host routed for the time being, The clan is going to stay here in defense to make sure they don't do any other fuckery. They're just going to keep an eye to make sure they're not sending any more detachments, but as far as Key Rawl is aware, there's nothing as big as the force they were sending your way left in the hunting grounds.
They did kind of grind their leader into paste, so.
Yeah, they kind of weren't expecting Key Rawl to fucking show up out of nowhere. Because they were keeping him busy with another host, but he will describe... Yeah, unknown divinity popping off in my grounds is a bigger problem than what I was dealing with. So, I left a funny dragon there to go deal with the problem while I came here.
Alright!
Wait.
My brother!
Wait. Did my... I didn't call him specifically. It was me tapping into it that called him on accident.
Yes. You sent off essentially a signal flare. And got just the tiniest tipsy taste of what your divinity does, and it provoked a really fucking weird reaction from the Silver Order.
The biggest divine fuck you ever.
This reminds me of a certain RPG. I like it.
Ooh, woo. But yeah, the clan's gonna stay there. Zara is going to probably stay deployed at least for the next week or so to get shit in order now that she runs a clan.
Yeah, there's that.
But she will still stay in touch with you guys through one of Nara's rings to make sure that no fuckery happens. But yeah, the mission went off successfully for you all. You went down one of the more interesting routes, so congrats on the decisions you all made. There were several different routes this mission could have gone. I'm proud of the one you went down.
Oh god. Just a little, minor revolution, nothing big.
Moss just gonna go home, look Reese straight in the face, and be like, I helped Zara overthrow a chief.
Just Reese staring at the ceiling, screaming internally.
Reese can't say much. He pissed off Eber.
But yeah, I will pay everybody on the next big group session. And in the meantime, y'all are level 19.
Oh shit.
Also, Matt.
Yep.
Before they leave, Tomas is gonna give Zara the biggest hug and just whisper to her that she's gonna do great.
Baby.
Me in the background. That's our mom.
That's our mom.
She just
That was
kind of hugs
before
you
Reese's
tighter in
mom.
response to that. Just kind of pulls you into her chest a bit so you can't see her face.
Aw. Soft.
Oh, but yeah, if anybody wants to do their level up tonight, they are free to. Otherwise, we can handle it during the next group session.
Try and figure it out real quick.
Yeah, it's not a feat level, so it should be relatively quick. It's mostly just the final skill upgrade you guys will have.
I get a general feat.
Yes, everybody gets a general feat. A note on general feats: if you have no fucking clue what you want to spend it on, there is a level 1 general feat called Canny Acumen. If you pick it up, it'll let you turn any one of your saving throws to master.
I think this is my consult the spirits one. Ow! Fuck! Ow!
So,
Wait! No!
This is your true perception.
This is my true perception!
oh
Matt!
no.
Tomas is impossible to fool now. I can't do fuckery.
I already have consult the spirits.
How do I do a level up? Because the character sheet won't let me change my level.
Right, I forgot you were doing that weird stuff. There you go.
Okay. So I get to increase a skill, it says. Let's see here. General feat, skill increase, versatile legend? What is
Versatile legend just makes it so all weapons are now legendary.
that? Oh, okay. Simple, martial, and unarmed are legendary. Your proficiency for advanced becomes master. My fighter class DC becomes master. Did it already figure that out? There we go, proficiencies. Alright, looks like it already increased all that automatically, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess...
It's mostly the skill up in the general feat.
Alright, skill up. How do you skill up? Where is that? Here we go.
Matt,
Yeah.
not only does Tomas have true perception, he's also now legendary in society.
Also, you can use Hunt Prey as a free action on your
I
first,
can.
the first action of each of your turns.
And I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
That frees up so much action economy that I totally struggle with.
Me, 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 me.
I mean, you say fuck you to the action economy as much as you do gods.
You can't me at it when I use one of my actions to give you action economy.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that has action economy problems.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
that's-
we fixed it by being gay.
That is a way to put it.
Gonna do my skill increase to move crafting maybe up to master? Shit. Not sure how useful that's gonna be.
Wait. Oh, what? Holy shit!
Gonna
The
move.
sheet changes your weapon masters for you too.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's fucking crazy.
Gonna...
the automation's gotten really good. Remember when it was the very beginning and there was no automation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
General feats. General.
My AC.
General or general no skill?
Uh,
Because
You
Nethys
can
has
do-
that.
you can do anything for a general feat, but
Okay.
there's some no skill ones that can only be put as a general feat.
Gotcha. Okay, I just didn't know which one to look through. You said Canny Acumen was the one you were talking about?
Yeah, if you don't have any better ideas for the slot, Canny Acumen will let you, in your case, put your will save up to master
Gotcha.
from expert. It's a nice general purpose one.
Yeah. Gotcha. Legendary medic. Don't really run into those conditions much yet. Wall jump.
I'm so excited.
I know you are, buddy.
I did it!
Yeah?
I built our first airship. Look at it flying out of Ishgard! Look at it go!
Wee. Baby.
So I can now change something else to legendary skills, right?
Correct. As long as it's already a master.
Goodness sake. Check this out.
No.
Goodness.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's insane. What?
That's without it letting you roll above a 10.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Disgusting. I wanted to get that done so I don't forget. Hey, is all good? Wait, no, I need general.
Is perception one of the skills you can up?
It is not.
Okay.
It's not considered a skill.
Okay.
Tomas is of the weird classes that get legendary perception.
Gotcha.
Do I get cloud jump for the memes?
Yeah.
Oh god, not two of them. Be aware if you don't have catfall, your legs will explode when you land.
Oh. God damn.
Unless you only use it for long jumps. If you use it for high jumps, your legs will fucking explode.
Maybe I won't do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna move stealth up to master. I fuck those rolls up enough.
I put medicine to legendary stuff.
What's up?
Time to do medicine to legendary instead.
That is up to you.
I'm thinking out loud, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Pick up Keen Follower. Because I need all the fucking help I can get with some of the stealth
Ooh.
rolls.
No, I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
I'm putting survival to legendary. I'm taking the feat.
Are you becoming legendary survivalist with me?
Yes.
Tomas and Wolf just standing outside naked in the freezing cold of the hunting ground, staring at each other to see who chickens out first.
Shit.
That's accurate.
There you go, Keen Follower.
Who has cloud jump then?
Lana.
Yes, Alana, probably.
Oh, why
Yeah.
did I even ask? I should have known that.
It's me. I have cloud jump
Sure as
That's
fuck ain't
pretty
Mika.
cool.
with my +0 in athletics.
I thought you had a decent athletics.
Oh, I have +0.
Oh god.
No,
Acrobatics.
It's Reese.
Ray's is the one that has a weirdly high athletics.
Oh, I thought Tomas had done something to up his.
Nope. I purposely am leaving it low because I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Sam sees low stats and giggles.
Yeah.
I mean, Mika's got is about as dumb as a stump when it comes to magic stuff. Her let's see here. Yeah, Arcana. She's untrained in like almost all of them, so like no Arcana, no performance, no religion, no occult. Like spiritual shit, I don't fucking know.
Tomas gets his first boost to strength. Next level. He goes to 12.
Oh my god.
Situate.
I could just put it in Constitution though to keep it funny.
Now I leave you fine people.
Bye!
Nice.
Goodbye.
Thanks for the good session.
No problem. Hope you had fun.
I have fun. Almost burned alive.
It's all good.
I'll see you guys later.
I'm sure you're
See ya.
fine. Goodbye.
Chris, you
So
have to
dramatic.
remember,
Do what?
you have to remember that Locket would have had a lower intelligence stat, except Matt and Fit wouldn't let me.
Huh.
Yeah, because if you failed like one bad intelligence save, they could have knocked your intelligence to 0 and just insta-gibbed Locket.
That would have been funny. Think about the adventure of trying to fix Locket's intelligence.
Oh god. Mika's got an okay intelligence, pretty decent actually. She's just not trained in anything that, like, nothing that involves magic or religion or acting. Like, cannot act her way out of a paper bag.
I mean, Reese is really the only one that does that.
He's gonna let
So I think
somebody
that's-
else do it.
I think that's okay.
Tomas is trained in performance.
Mika's actually
What would
untrained.
Tomas perform?
No.
Reese over here, legendary performance. Just like, fake it till you make it, boys.
Mika's got the legendary band-aids. She's
Or
got.
you could just kill him instead.
Think you're noble. Oh yeah, in society too. Think you're noble. You don't look noble. Punch.
I have legendary nature, society, and survival.
How do you have 3 of that? Jesus. Since spreading my
I don't
training
have
out.
anything. Nothing else is above trained for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you hard line the stats, you can get a few. You can like get 3 legendaries.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've got the 1 legendary, couple masters, an expert, and a bunch of trained. It's kind of
Mood.
expert crafter, legendary smither. Like, huh? I guess it's a skill thing, so.
Tomas, I don't know if it's because his class made him a mild skill monkey or his intelligence or both, but he has training in most skills.
I think a bit of both.
So.
Intelligence, I thought, gave you a lot of.
Yeah.
Ranger has a decent amount, but you have 3 extra from your intelligence at least.
Yeah. But I'm only untrained in 6 of the skills, so I'm like plus 25 or so in the other ones. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Trained is the big jump. Everything else is just eking out the numbers in your favor.
Yeah.
Alright. Stop this recording and make sure the audio works this time.